Listen, guys, this is Shaan Rais. They call me the king of branding and positioning. Why? Because I went from crickets to digits in the midst of a pandemic. If you're here, it's because you're a coach, a speaker, a consultant, an author, a blogger, maybe a journalist or a photographer. And you're having the impact, but you're missing the income. You're having the meaningfulness, but you're missing the monetization. You're speaking with purpose and you're addressing a problem, but you're missing the profit. I want to help you go from your business model to the money. I want to help you go from a business plan to a well-known brand. So stick around and we're going to get into the content in 1 minute. Let's grow. This is something that I learned from Game Changers. It's called the ULE, the Unique Lived Experience. Unique Lived Experience. It's gonna sound off because it's your story specifically and no one else is telling your story specifically. So you haven't heard it before. So it sounds off, right? But you basically tell a piece of your story, a very small one story about an experience that you lived, what you learned from it, and then give them the principle. It's very simple. So here's a unique lived experience. There was a time when I grew up without my father. My mother and father were going through something, and at that time, I felt very alone. I couldn't really go to my mother and ask her what was wrong with her, why they couldn't get along. I didn't really want to upset her by asking where my father was. So I learned how to kind of hold that within myself. You know, that I learned how to create self-dialogue and discipline. The experience wasn't comfortable at all. And then later in my life, my father came back. They actually ameliorated and came back together, and I benefited from that. So you want to learn how to sometimes let peace be still. It's not always as bad as it looks, and things will get better if you have patience. That's an example.
Got it. Okay.
That's an example. You understand? Now, that might be, that's why it's going to be uncomfortable. Okay. It's going to be uncomfortable. I get chill bumps when I say it because it's my truth, and it wasn't comfortable. But it's my unique lived experience. No one else can duplicate that. They can say something similar if they've gone through something similar, but they can't go through my DNA, my blueprint, my heartbeat on it. They can't do that. You understand? And it's authentic, and it resonates with the people who listen because not only can they hear it, but they can feel it.
Okay. Got it. Unique lived experience.
And we always. Hey guys, I hope you loved the video. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Now, what I need you to do in succession is click like, subscribe, and share. So click like, subscribe, and share the video with someone that you know needs it. We're gonna try to change the world through changing one individual at a time and going from business to brand, going from brand to brand master. So be sure to hit the little bell so you can be notified of the next events that come, because here is where I'm going to give you discounts. Nowhere else. Here is where you'll be the first to get the information as well as the gifts and discounts that are sure to come. Let's grow.